Good morning, kindergartners. Today's word work lesson is something we tried last week called Make Words. And the paper looks something like this. But once again, if you don't have this paper or don't want to use it, that's just fine. You can write these 8 letters on a strip of paper and cut them out the way I showed you last week. And you can use the letter tiles the same way and write the words wherever you like. Okay, so here are the new letter tiles for this Make Words lesson. And we'll start by cutting them all out and laying them out like I have and bringing down the vowel sound that has the I sound. And I says I. So our first word that we're going to make has that I sound in the beginning. And we're going to add one more letter to the end to make a word. So bring down the letter that makes the N sound. If you did that, you would have the word I, in. Right? And you can write that for number 1. Remember to pause the video as you need to write the words in so I don't go too fast. Okay, now that we have the word in, let's put a sound in the beginning to make the word P, pin. What letter would you need in the beginning? That's right. You would, if you put the P in the beginning, you would have P, I, N, pin. And you can see that I just have the first word written here. In became pin. Okay, so we know in the word pin that I is saying its sound, right? I. But what letter could we add to the end of pin to make I say its name? And we change it from pin to pine. What magic letter would we add to the end to change pin to pine? Let's take a look. If you added a magic E to the end, you have it right. Pine. Okay. Great. And you can write that in line next to the number 3 in our word list. Okay, let's change that first letter sound again. I don't want this P sound in the beginning anymore. I want the letter that makes the F sound. So take away that P and change it with the letter that makes the F sound. What word do you have now? That's right, you have the word fine. So we have our word list. I have in, pin, pine, and now we just made the word fine. Now, let's do reverse magic. Let's take that magic E away. And if I take the magic E away, I is going to say its sound again. So it won't be fine anymore. Take the E away, and it will be fin, right? With like the fin of a fish. So we changed fine to fin. And you should have all those words written down so far. In, pin, pine, fine, and now fin. Okay. Now that you have fin, let's change the last letter sound from N to T. If you take that N away and you replace it with the T sound, you don't have fin anymore. You have fit. It. Fit, right? Okay. We have 5 words and we just added number 6. So fit is number 6. So let's change the beginning sound again from to B. Be careful to choose the right one. We have B and D in our letter collection. So make sure you choose the B sound and switch the F with a B. Instead of fit, you have bit, right? Like bit into your apple, bit. So we have in, pin, pine, fine, fin, fit, and now we have bit. Number 7 was bit. All right, and we can add that magic. If we want to add magic to the end and change that I sound to make I say its name, we need a magic letter. And we practiced this a few times. So I think you know by now, if you add the E, you changed bit to bite, right? Let's take a look. So we've done 8 together. Let's read the list together. In, pin, pine, fine, fin, fit, bit, bite. Okay, and now you're on your own. You have 9, 10, and 11 and 12 on this list that you can do on your own, but you can also go on the back, and quite a few of you sent me some pictures of how many words you were able to build with your letters last week. So give it a try again. Remember, words can be teeny tiny, or you can use as many as you can think of. Okay, so have fun building your words, and we can't wait to see them. Okay.